jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Good morning. Good morning. WCS back on the boulevard. Yes, indeed. The first in the building. Haynes Legacy on deck. You already know what it is. Big shout out, salute, man. To you and the fam. What it do? You already know we halfway through the week. And the special part about this week, it takes us closer to July 29th, as I displayed in the thumbnail, 24 days. Big shout out to Haynes Legacy. Salute to you and the fam, man. Hope all is well your way. Big blunts and boxing on deck. What's good with the GOAT in the building? What's good, family? Salute to you. Big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Out there hard working. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, salute to you. Toby Bartlett on deck. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global in this mother. Global, better than being local. Big shout out to everybody that's on deck early, supporting the channel, tuning in. Oh, it's getting bad. It's getting bad, y'all. People not liking. I told you they was going to come out from hiding. You know, they're going to come out from hiding. They've been leaving all sorts of posts, especially since yesterday. Dang, they can't stay on topic, man. These cats can't stay on topic. They always want to make it personal. Why you got to make it personal, though? I'm not making it personal with Spence. Why you got to make it personal with me, shawty? Like, goddamn, y'all already know that y'all level of sensitivity is beyond New Edition. For real. God damn it. I mean, I'm trying to get in contact with them right now so they can make another remix strictly for the aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? They have to put some more content in there, and they have to mention aerosexual for real, because their sensitivity, we know it's true. Yeah, dance and all, goddammit. Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, man. The OG on deck. Salute my brother at WCS. Salute to you, Bruce. OG about to get us through the day right quick, man. Hey, you already know, man. Yeah, we gotta keep marching there, blunts. You know what I'm saying? I love, right. Yeah, take me back to my drill instructor days. Yeah. Yeah, we about to keep marching on them. 24 days, man, before we come to a position of attention. Salute their ass and send them about their way. 2-time undisputed on deck. I don't care what you put in the DMs. 2-time undisputed. Cats telling me I'm gonna delete my channel. They mad because they saying I'm trying to place accusations on Spence for not being clean. I said I never put no accusations out there, bro. What are y'all talking about? Can y'all stay on topic? I just put a thumbnail up there. They always want to bring me into it. I don't have to make weight. I don't have to make weight. So asking me, am I the same that I was last year and all this? Listen. It has nothing to do with me. We're speaking strictly to someone who chose to have boxing as his primary occupation in life as a professional boxer. So therefore, you have to meet certain criteria that is protocol every time you get ready to step into the ring, and that is have a weigh-in. I don't have to do that. I show up to a fight. I might see the scale over there, and I don't. There's no reason for me to flinch. I just keep on stepping. I say, well, okay, they got to weigh in. I usually get there ahead of time for the weigh-ins. I'll take a look. You know what I'm saying? I see the drone in look of the fighters. Hey, I might have just came in there from eating a nice, filet steak, filet mignon, or a center cut steak, medium well, while they up there depleted with water. My feeling and they feeling is different. You know what I'm saying? I might walk up into the weigh-ins already sipping on some Fiji water. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's no need for you to get all upset with me in the DM. Stop it. Just relax with that. Shout out to Don Vaughn on deck this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday. Shout out to Don on deck. Shout out to Jamal Neasy in the building. Salute WCS. Salute to the chat. Yes, indeed. What you been up to, Neasy? Damn. Mr. Hot Grease, aka Mr. Sucker Free on deck. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Mr. Hot Grease, aka Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Salute WCS, a big brother in the chat. Yeah, man, I like that name. Keep that name, man. Let them know you sucker free, man. That means you don't have to answer to nobody except yourself. Sitting up here trying to goddamn hold my guy Gumbo accountable for shit and people who he's communicating with. Nigga, this ain't daycare. This ain't daycare, nigga. If you can go to the dang toilet, sit down and take a shit, wipe your own ass, this ain't daycare, man. You talking about you can make your own way of living and pay your bills and everything, and out here making it. Make conscious decisions that benefit yourself and others around you. Man, it's not daycare, bro. Shout out to Soulful D. WCS, what's good? What's good with you, bro? What's good? Jamel, stopping my guy Bud from being called 3 times. Man, hey Jamal, we gotta stay on topic with this July 29th, man. We gotta go in here and put them in the spin cycle. You know what I'm saying? And send them back to Texas, bro. We gotta make sure that Bud Crawford feels all that energy from now all the way into to weigh-ins when they face off again and the trash talking starts. And people gonna understand. Look, people gonna understand right then and there that it ain't gonna be about this size shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the way you seen Bud is not too much smaller than what he's gonna get, because he's been, from my understanding, he's been staying within the targeted weight range. So he's not gonna look too much smaller than what he said. I wouldn't even say he looks small per se, because he's been disciplined. We have to maintain these words and underscore them because it's extremely important when it comes to what fighters have to do one day before the fight. They have to weigh the fuck in. So I guarantee you, Spence is not coming in there looking all big like he did in Beverly Hills and NYC. I was on the wrong channel. I had a wrench. Grape 8 got mad. Man, you know how they get, man. Running around here and shit, upset with the world, man. Let me see. What up? It don't matter. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. I see a lot of new faces on deck, which is good. You know what I'm saying? They talking boxing, it's good. But I got the troopers, I got the soldiers, man. It's been rocking out and marching with WCS for a long time, man. Big shout out to y'all, man. We're going to walk the dog all the way into July 29th. Ain't no bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a no leash law up in this bitch. We got them walking them big dogs in that July 29th. We have business to take care of. Champ Ross Fantasy Boxing Predictions League. Salute to you, brother. Good morning. What it do? Nothing, just listening to all these channels. It's good to get educated. Sticking Boys Fishing and Sports. Salute WCS. Salute Chat Fam. Salute to you, man. What it do on deck, dog? NYT. What's good? Salute. Hot Grease Chronicles WCS. What's up, brother? What's good with your NYT in the building? So everybody that's on deck, like I said before, it's good news to know that we have 24. We have 24. When I like about 24, my prediction for a 6-round knockout, 4 + 2 = 6. You know what I'm saying? This is a really good day to be petty. You feel me? This is a really solid day. You know what I'm saying? 24 days remaining to the fight. Less than 2.5 weeks remaining. We've been talking about this. There's been countless upon countless freaking live streams done on this. You have people that have put titles in there. Errol Spence beat Bud, and this is how. Everybody has this master plan. You know what I'm saying? Bud beats Spence, and this is why. Everybody has their own storyline. I get it, bro. But ultimately, at the end of the day, right? I'm factoring in everything, whether they like it or not. I'm factoring in what you weren't able to do in your previous 2 opponents, outside of what they're saying you're going to do to a fighter who arguably is in the favor of a lot of boxing veterans and legends. He's in the favor of them. And one of the reasons why he's in the favor is because of how he conducts himself outside the ring with his discipline. It's extremely important that people know that shit. I mean, we can't sugarcoat nothing, man. I'm not going to be disingenuous and just, beat around the bush. I'm looking at his pictures from what I put up there yesterday to today, and I just been keeping a close gauge on his performance values after that accident. And I did a live on this shit. I told you all the easy route destroyed this man. The easy route ruined him, bro. Because with the easy route, he might have felt a little bit of complacency, knowing that who he was fighting, who he was fighting. The easy route gave him an opportunity to say, yeah, I know I can go in here and beat so-and-so. He felt that with Sean Porter. And he definitely felt it with Manny Pacquiao. Go in there being the younger fighter and believe that he had everything it took to beat Manny Pacquiao. But the fight didn't happen. It didn't happen because old ass Manny Pacquiao was still waking up from one man with Marquez. That wasn't it. It wasn't like he's, oh, good morning. What happened? Manny Pacquiao, you hit by one man. Marquez, you get knocked out face first, but you're okay. You're awake now. You're supposed to fight Errol Spence. Fight has been canceled. That's just the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of Errol, he didn't get an opportunity to fight the 8th division legend Manny Pacquiao. So he had to go to Yordenis Ugas, which I know for a fact, Errol Spence had the same mentality he told his girl on the rocks. He said he knew he can go in there less than 100% and still dog walk Danny Garcia. Just pretty much go in there and walk through him. He felt that way. He felt that way about Ugas. He felt he can go over there and do what he did to Ugas and get the belt. The easy route ruined him because within those achievements, he still had that monster at the end of the gauntlet. When you have somebody like Bud Crawford sitting at the end and you need the WBO title and you procrastinate as much as you possibly can, shawty. Now it's time to step on stage. It ain't no more running. No ducking, no dodging. You have to split the ropes. That's if you make weight. You have to split the ropes and prove to everybody everything that you've been saying. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he's been saying about, you're going to go in there and you're going to break him mentally, physically and spiritually. You got to prove that Crawford, you have to prove to the people that you can do to Crawford what nobody else has been able to do. Let that just sit with you for a minute, right? Errol Spence has to prove that he's able to do what no one else has been able to in Crawford's professional career. He has to place Crawford in a situation of disability. He has to place him in a position where he is in total control of Crawford's condition. You know what I'm saying? He has to do that. No one's been able to do that. He has to enforce such a high level that Crawford's never experienced before. I'm talking about unbelievable pressure, extremely punctual punch placement, damage, early high level damage. He has to inflict so much freaking control, inflict so much pain on Crawford early on. That's the only way he's going to be able to break him down like that. If Crawford is still running fresh, man, on the 6th or 7th round, I don't see this, shit that they talking about. Like, oh, look when Gamboa hurt him. Hey, man, if y'all still want to stick to something that's 9 years ago, then you haven't learned shit about boxing at the end of the day. Because truth be told, why would these people still be talking about Gamboa and they don't talk about what Crawford did to Gamboa during the fight? You're not even giving us reason, man, justifiable reason as to why you continue to mention Gamboa's name. But my point, where is the boxer that has been able to break Bud Crawford mentally, physically, and spiritually? Who gives a fuck about the Kunta Kinte reference? You know what I'm saying? All you doing is trying to throw stones and arrows and send arrows down range as if that's going to stop this fight from going down July 29th. It's not, bro. It's not. You're going to need a lot more than that. Spence is going to have to do something incredible, just like Bud did the Sean Porter. No one never stopped Sean Porter in his boxing career. But Terrence Bud Crawford, he stopped him. No matter what they say, they can say Kenny Porter came in through the towel, he stopped him. Bud Crawford stopped him. You look on his box rec. Look on his box rec. That's all I tell these fools to do. Look on your box rec. And conversation is over. Look on your box rec. Does it have a November Charlie? It don't have a no contest, do it. Look on his box rec, and he earned a victory over Sean Porter. That's period. That's period, bro. Errol admitted Kell Brooks was big and strong. We all saw what Bud did to him. Yeah, Don. He did mention that out of his lips. It's a lot of things he mentioned and regurgitated. You know what I'm saying? But yet, then on the other side of it, you go from interview to interview. He's not staying on task. You know what I'm saying? He's not staying on task when it comes to what his admittance is. He's admitting to certain things, but then he's taking them away in certain interviews. You know what I'm saying? He can say that Kell Brook was strong, he was big and all that, but yet he don't give Kell Brook outside of his performance any value when it comes to Crawford. He don't give him any value, bro. He's trying to say, the way he's trying to put it, he's trying to take credit from a fighter who came to 47 fucked up, from him fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? To 3 fights later, he's stepping in the ring to Crawford, and him and his trainer don't want to give him any type of credit for anything. Being that we're going to do that. Let's extract Kell Brook from both Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Extract them. Because yes, Kell Brook was coming from Gennady Golovkin, decimation. Then he went over there and was stopped by Errol Spence. So if you're saying that the time from Errol Spence to Terrence Bud Crawford's fight wasn't ample time because he was still damaged, okay, let's extract Kell Brook off the list. That hurts Errol Spence more than anything because he hasn't did too much of nothing in his career to begin with. Now we have Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, the guy, the one that always come in shape. Can we extract him off? You know what I'm saying? No. I mean, 2-time world champion. Kudos to Shawn Porter, man. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to him. But, Errol Spence gets credit for that fight because he chose to try to, fight Shawn Porter's game and beat him at his own game. You know what I'm saying? But I love how Shawn Porter articulated the mindset of both fighters. He said Bud was in there to beat Shawn Porter at Bud's game. Not Shawn Porter's game, Bud's game. So if God bless you with a mind of your own, why not use it? Especially in the art of war. Why would you want to go in there and beat somebody at their own game? That just goes to show you the mindset, right? These fighters have different mindsets. Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, they have different mindsets. And those mindsets are going to be extremely imperative. Well, I would say important come July 29th. Because let's just put it like this. Derrick James has a lot going on, right? I've seen blunts out there posting all that information. Derrick James got a whole motherfucking satchel. He's holding a satchel of freaking commitments in both hands, goddammit. This dude has too much on his plate. You know why he has too much on his plate? Because he don't care. He want to get the bag, man. That's all Derrick James worried about. This dude has so much on his plate right now. It's no way that Errol Spence is truly the numero uno dedicated fighter that he's working with. There's no way in hell, bro. He has too much going on right now. You got AJ, who has done way more than Errol, who's a much bigger name in the sport of boxing than Errol. He's been 2-time unified heavyweight champion. He's been in there with top level opposition way more. So when it comes down to Derrick James being one person, it's only so much time you can delegate to Errol Spence to prepare for this July 29th fight. And then, you have Guzman over there training Mel Charlo. And Guzman is over there, from my understanding, like he's a regular face over there with Mel Charlo. So from what I've seen with Mel Charlo, Mel Charlo looks in better shape than Errol. I mean, Mel Charlo is up there, running the midst with Guzman, and he looks in great shape. He looks in great shape, man. He looks motivated. He looks like he's hungry for whatever he got going on with that, that Saul. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. But with Errol Spence mentality and the way he's going to here, it seems like he wants to come out the gate the same way he did against Shawn Porter and attempt to break or attempt to try to establish his dominance early on against Bud Crawford. And look, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that shit. I encourage it. Come on out the gate there, Errol. Throw it all out there. If you feel that Bud brings that shit out of you like that, goddamn, whatever game plan you having that you feel you gotta break him mentally, physically, and spiritually, that's a whole lot of freaking breaking, right? Come out the gate and show people that you're him. You have to come out the gate like that. Don't pull a Rolly Romero talking about I'm gonna break him and then you come out here trying to box and shit. I'm gonna stop him in one round. I'm gonna break him. Bet your house on it. No, bro. Prove to us that you have what it takes to get this job done. If you come in there with the mentality that you had against Sean Porter, that you wanted to try to enforce yourself, and the wild part about this that I love, right, is the fact that Derrick James and Errol Spence is incapable of coming up with a plan to fight Bud Crawford's way of fighting. See, it was easy to do that with Sean Porter because he's a come forward, pressure, scrappy, in your chest type of boxer. He's a brawler. He has a brawler mentality first, right? When he chooses to. With Crawford, they really don't know how to approach him. So if you have all those open-ended doubts and question marks, what are you going to do? You have to go in there and take risks. You have to say, well, I really don't know exactly. I know. Now you have to play the guessing game. Now you have to come out with a familiar type of strategy that you're used to. And we all know what that is with Spence, right? Spence is want to come out and start pressuring with the jab. Everybody be over there, goddamn aerosexuals be over there pouring sun kiss all over. Yeah, that go that jab we was talking about. Oh, I love that jab. Their hair raising up and shit in their tank top, sweating and shit. That's what I'm saying. Crawford ain't gonna be able to handle that jab. It's gonna take more than a jab. It's going to take more than a jab. One thing I like about Crawford is his foot movement. You know what I'm saying? Crawford is not a flat-footed fighter. I like how he catalogs information without delay. Like if he's actually trying to gauge distance on you and he's taking some shots, automatically he starts to compute and start to do the distance calculations. So he can get closer and closer right outside your punching range so he can start to counter you. If you allow yourself to do the same thing, perform the same punch, the same combination, you can almost guarantee that Crawford's going to calculate that shit. He's going to put that, he's going to start doing his data research, and he's going to start regurgitating. You know what I'm saying? That's the good thing I like about him. He don't wait until 4 or 5 rounds to make changes. And then they continue to talk about Crawford in a sense of what stance he's going to come out in. They're saying that he don't have any option except to come out southpaw stance. Because if he come out orthodox, Spence is going to light him up. It's not even going to be close. And I've been looking at, his fights and stuff, and I'm saying, who has lit Crawford out? Who has lit Crawford up, so to speak? Who has lit him up? I mean, we're talking about landing a jab. You're talking about landing a jab here and there. You know what I'm saying? Who has lit him up to the point where he just lost focus and he seems like he was disorientated as to what to do? Who's done that? Crawford is a great example on what I talk about as far as fighters having to split the ropes and go in there and contend on their own. At the end of the day, your team or your trainer, they can send you commands inside the square. You know what I'm saying? They can give you all the commands, but ultimately, as a fighter, the one that's in there contending, you have to be able to make changes on your own. You have to be able to do that. You have to independently be able to navigate the rough waters and be able to swim with the motherfucker. Period. You have to do it in such a way that that you're basically disrupting your opponent's rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And you're in preventative maintenance to stop them from doing the same to you. So you have to have a high IQ. You know what I'm saying? Period. Your IQ as a human being, not just boxing IQ, your high IQ as a human being, the way you think, there has to be front and center when it comes down to this boxing game. And it's going to play a significant role between Crawford and Spence, man. Let me check the chat right quick. I heard Aerosexual say all Spence needs is a plan A. They know he in trouble. Hey, I want them to have just a plan A. I want them to have a plan A that's so what they call ironclad. They're done. I want them to have that ironclad. You know what I'm saying? Plan A. Really, because a real true boxing head, right? They'll tell you that as a fighter, you definitely need more than one plan. Even Crawford said it himself. Crawford has been on record when somebody asked him a question about what if the plan that you have don't work against Errol Spence. He said, well, Crawford always said, well, you definitely have to come into the ring with more than one plan. We definitely have to go, and come in there with more than one plan. And not only that, people, you come in there with more than one plan. And when you exhaust, let's just say your plan B and C as the fight go along is not working as effective as it did early on when you had to make the changes, right? Then maybe you have to go back to plan A. So just because you abandon plan A in the beginning, when the fight is fresh in the early stages, doesn't mean later on in the fight, when fighters are fatiguing, their whole boxing IQ, their mindset has changed. Really both fighters are making changes here and there. You might have to revert back to plan A. What didn't work in the beginning may absolutely work now. Derrick don't know his ABCs. We're gonna give him benefit of the doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still people out there, Toby, that count on their fingers. So if he can understand that, starting with the, whatever hand he chooses, use just the left because people want to people want to put him in order. You know what I'm saying? If they use their right hand, they're like, this is not the order for which it goes in. This is in reverse. But we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. Don said DJ has a deep hate for Bud. It's going to eat him alive when he makes Spence look like a C-level fighter. A part of me was, expecting them to come out here and show their face, show who they really are. I mean, like, it's been like that for a while with them. That's why they weren't trying to make this fight. They was trying to lowball the man. But the simple fact that you're trying to big up your fighter and Errol Spence, you're trying to big up because Derrick, see, this is what I'm talking about. Smart as a human being, the IQ, right? Because if you're up here saying that opponent that you're about to go in front of millions on July 29th and fight, you're trying to tell them, convince them that just because there's a debate on who's better, you're not smart enough not to sit up here and say Crawford never fought anybody. When you want to say he fought people, but whoever he fought, we're not worried about it heading into this fight because he's never been in there with somebody like Errol Spence. When you say that, or would you continue to bicker, you know what I'm saying, and argue a freaking interviewer down just because he said he has 10 straight knockouts? The little chihuahua starts to goddamn bark and growl and shit. This man get extremely upset like he's missed the meal. Like he's missed the meal, dog. For real. It's almost like Derrick returned back to the gym and shit. And the frost that he has sprayed on the window so nobody can get a peek into the gym. The cleaning lady had went in there and wiped it all off. Say, oh, I thought you want me to clean window. I thought it was dirty. No, I sprayed that over there. So nobody will no telling how many people looked in here and saw what I was doing. But sir, the gym was empty. You was gone. There wasn't nobody here. You was okay. Still, I don't want them to know the setup. I don't want them to know nothing. You have AI today. It's easy for people to come in here and try to figure things out. I mean, Derrick's losing his mind, bro, trying to say that Crawford never fought nobody and thinking it's going to big up people to say that Errol Spence is going to get the win because you denounce the 10 straight knockouts that he has. I mean, that's old news, Derrick. Like, bro, you should be up here bigging up the situation. For real. You should be bigging it up. Shout out to Jamal Neezy, man, with a $2 super chat in the building, man. Appreciate you, Jamal, for supporting the channel always, man. He said, let DJ train EJ for a bud that face Gamboa. Man, talk that, man. Talk that shit. Yes, sir. Come on, man. Hey, I have to commend the chat, man. Because a lot of y'all been talking your shit leading up to this fight. For real. Y'all have been acting like you have received your freaking doctorates. You know what I'm saying? That is some real shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's some real shit, man. That's some real shit. Seriously. Just like yesterday somebody said in the picture that he could potentially be the same weight. I totally agree. But then Neezy sitting up here say, okay, let DJ train EJ for the Bud Crawford, because there's plenty of film out there now. Everybody go back to that. There's plenty of film out there. Why don't you train EJ for the Crawford that fought Gamboa? Man, that is some slick shit, ain't it? That's some slick shit for real. I say, hey, that's you need to send that to his inbox, bro. Good start to my day with some boxing chat, no doubt. Shout out to Karate Body on deck. But big salute to Jamal Neezy, man. I appreciate your support, man. And that's some slick shit, man. Real. Training for the Crawford who fought Gamboa and see where that gets you. Because you're talking about like 9 years ago. Come on, man. You're busy talking about one freaking fight of a fighter that you give no credit for, but you give credit for. A fighter that you give absolute no credit. All because of what he's been a part of recently. The fighters that's been able to put him on the left side of their boxing ledger. You're mad at Crawford when he fought him and Gamboa was undefeated. Gamboa was undefeated and he fought that man in his backyard. Who does that shit, bro? How many O's did he take? Who was Victor Postal when Crawford fought him? You know what I'm saying? How does he go ahead and make these fighters look average when they're really tough fighters? You know what I'm saying? He gave Gamboa credit. That's the mindset I'm talking about with Crawford. He would give a fighter credit for their strong points. He just won't dog them out like, well, they didn't mean nothing. There wasn't nothing. I handle business like I supposed to. No, he would give credit to a fighter. Just like he gave credit to Errol Spence, man, over and over again. But Team Spence don't want to give Crawford, his just due. They don't want to give him higher praise and value. This man sits up here and said his resume is a 0.5, but yet you want consumers to come to the fight and pay to see you fight Crawford when you're saying Crawford is unqualified even to be in the ring with you based off your 0.5 resume rating that you gave this man. It don't make sense. The mindset is just it's something that's embryonic about this mindset of theirs. Something that didn't quite develop, bro. Because you're supposed to be bigging up your opponent as a test of fate for you. Like, how much fortitude do I got? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what levels of failure that I'm willing to push through to prepare myself for Crawford, and for Crawford to prepare himself for freaking Errol Spence. They need to take the mic out of Derrick James' hands. Soulful D, you're onto something, but I disagree with you. I think they should keep the mic in Derrick James' hands because I need more content. Hey, bro. Hey, I need more content, man. Keep the mic in front of him. Oscar the motherfucking Grouch, bruh. Well, who did he fault? You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude gets so upset, bro. Like, at the end of the day, you have grown, man. You have 2 unified champions in your stable. Haven't you matured enough to be happy? You know what I'm saying? You can't have all that notoriety, being coach of the year and all that, and still be angry, man. Why are you so restless, bro? I'm just saying, why is he so restless? You have the opportunity to do something great, like you're stable. You know what I'm saying? Your name has grown. Your stock value in boxing has grown right now. But yet you still seem angry. You was angry when I seen your ass out at a top rank card when I didn't know who the fuck you were. And you acted the same exact way you did to that interviewer when they talked to you about the 10 straight knockouts. The exact same way, y'all. I bullshit you not. The exact I never met him in my life. And this nigga, I was like, I'm not John Lipsy. Damn, dude. AJ in there training for what maybe be August. Frank training for July. Ryan they're training, saying he got big news coming. I'm pretty sure Ryan has big news. You know what I'm saying? I hope his fourth title shot at 140. If Rolly can, come off a loss and go in there and pick up a Christmas gift, I'm pretty sure they got something lined up for Ryan somewhere. Boxing in general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Derrick James is absolutely busy, Blunts. He has a whole heavy stable in there, starting with AJ. Starting with AJ, goddammit. He has a lot going on in there if AJ's over that motherfucker. Now, I don't know if AJ over there, training CrossFit. AJ may not even be doing boxing. He came out of freaking world-class boxing gym, the heaviest he ever been. I'm saying, is he boxing? Or he about to compete for goddamn Mr. Olympia? What are we talking about? 255? Nigga. The closest he's ever been before that was when he fought Carlos Taka, man. They agreed to 235, and he came in there like 254, something like that. Man, come on, man. This nigga come out here huge out of world-class boxing. What are they doing? CrossFit training? They lifting goddamn sacks of potatoes. But shout out to Jamal Neasy once again with the $2 bing bing super chat on deck with WCS. I appreciate you, Neasy. One love to you, brother. So DJ trained EJ to fight Sean Porter's fight. Absolutely facts. I can't really say he trained him, but we can say that he may potentially have trained him to fight EJ's fight. You know why? Because the mindset that EJ put out there was that, and Sean Porter, is that he wants to beat Sean Porter at his own game. Sean Porter even is on record as saying that Errol Spence tried to come in there and he wants to beat Sean Porter at his own game. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to beat Sean Porter at Sean Porter's game. So to answer your question, yeah, the trainer, Derrick James, trained them EJ to fight Sean Porter's fight, y'all. And you know what? They squeaked that shit out, Neasy. They squeaked that shit out. They absolutely squeaked that shit out. They did. They barely won. Dumbass game plan. But you know what certain people want to ignore is the fact that they continue to have the same mindset. Why? Because that's comfortable. That's what Errol likes. One thing I can say about Sean Porter, he fought Danny Garcia different than what he fought freaking Errol Spence. Well, I'm not even gonna bring in Sebastian Formella. He don't count. But that's what I'm saying. Like he even fought Terrence Crawford different than he fought Errol Spence. He did. But if you look at Errol Spence fight, pretty much all his fights are pretty much the same dynamic, man. The same metric, the same rule of thumb. The same rule of thumb. You know he's gonna come forward. His language tells you that he's gonna come forward and he wants to go up here and break and try to break down his opponent. That's his mindset. But over time, you allow fighters like Bud Crawford to have so much criteria to study that it's no problem for them to spin They can spin the reel easily and watch your fights. Come on. You tell me, Neezy, you trying to tell me that fight with Ugas just last year? You're trying to convince the people that he's going to be an absolute different fighter from Ugas? So you're saying the one that fought Danny Garcia, he's going to be a different fighter than Danny Garcia? How? How are you going to reinvent yourself on a fighter that you don't even have enough footage out there to say, okay, this is what we're going to do for Bud? Because looking at his last, 7 fights, you know what I'm saying? The ones he's had in the welterweight division, he's all did this in these fights. He's did that. That's not the case here. That's not the case. Because for one, his fights ended early a lot of times. So you have to pick up the crumbs to make an entree with Bud Crawford when it comes to this boxing game. You got to put some crumbs together, some scraps here, scraps there, because he didn't go the distance. Yeah, you can look at freaking Jose Benavidez, but Jose Benavidez and Jose Benavidez and Errol Spence are different fighters. They're totally different fighters. Even the way they move as a boxer is different. They're both flat-footed fighters, but even how they move as a boxer is different. So good luck with that, homie. But shout out to you, Neezy. Thanks for the $2 super chat, my brother. One love to you. Appreciate the support, big dog. Toby said, yeah, Derrick is going to be real busy for a minute. No wonder he's mad a lot of time. Don't take on a task that you can't handle. Real talk. Don't do it. If you can't handle the fighters and you can't give them ample amount of time and you feel that, hey, I got to keep on, building up my stable at the end of the day because, Errol Spence is on his way out the door. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua don't have that long left in the sport. Frank Martin, he's like 28 years old or something like that, right? So he got like 5, 6, 7, it's according to what his success is right now. And then good old Ryan Garcia, he's around what? Ryan Garcia is like 25. So he don't have long left in boxing either. Seriously. Ryan Garcia don't have long left in boxing. He's going to be in Hollywood somewhere. And he's just trying to find his niche, find his lane where he can get that title shot. I think if he win one championship, he's going to put more of his focus into Hollywood. Ryan can potentially be a very decent actor. You know what I'm saying? He can be potentially. Man, what the hell I'm talking about? I ain't giving him no airplay. Shit. Shout out to Feliciano, man. Salute W says. The fuck I'm doing? I'm up here trying to goddamn talk about Ryan. Man, get the hell out. You are not going to be in this conversation, dog. Karate Body say Spence has too much to overcome to beat Bud unless Father Time has caught up to him. Spence actually has more wear and tear on his body than Bud, who stays sharp and in shape. Now, once again, I appreciate y'all for sharpening the blade on your responses, because a lot of y'all are saying some real factual shit right now, even though you're putting your opinion in there. Identifying a fighter has more wear and tear is extremely factual when it comes to how Errol Spence goes about fighting his opposition. You look at the balance of both fighters. You're talking about Terrence Crawford stopping all his opponents at welterweight. And then you look at Spence. Spence, not so much. But to the keen eye, they would say, look how inactive he's been. He's only had this many fights in this amount of years, right? In the last 3 years, he's only had a very minute group of fights. Also, you have to look within that fight, how long did the fight last? Were there quality opposition? But one thing we know about Spence is that he gets hit in the head a lot. Strangely enough, his trainer, Derrick James, said he'd rather get knocked out than take punishment, because punishment sits with you for a longer period, a longevity. It sits with you long standing. But yet his fighter, Errol Spence, faces, and I mean, his fighter, Errol Spence, his whole type of game plan when he's stepping there is forward pressure that allows him to be connected to the front end of his opposition's gloves. He takes a lot of headshots. And he proves that, oh, no, that ain't nothing. It's good when the adrenaline is there. It's okay. You can go ahead and take this punishment. But when the adrenaline wears off, it's the internal damage that you don't see. So people kind of weigh and balance the scales different than Karate Body. They'll say, well, look at Terrence Crawford on how many fights he's been fighting consistently, but he's been stopping his opponent. Whereas Errol Spence, he's been inactive a little bit, but in those fights, he's been taking punches to the head, in my opinion, more than Terrence Crawford has. For real, more than Terrence Crawford has. And then if they want to bring up the freaking Gamboa situation, did Gamboa hurt him to the head or hurt him to the body? It's a difference between being hurt to the body than the head. The neurological headquarters is above all shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It's above all shoulders, bro. That is where all that CTE and everything comes into play. Concussions and all that. So I do agree with you, Karate Body, that, Errol Spence has, due to his fighting style, has taken more punishment in his career than Bud Crawford. Even though I said people will subtract the amount of fights. He's like, well, he only had this amount of fights in the last 3 years. He didn't take that much punishment. Well, you also have the accident in which he took a certain type of damage that cannot be inflicted inside the ring. That still include the head. It still includes the head. Boxing, the primary target is the head. And then in that accident, he knocked out a lot of his teeth, which included the head. So he may have some areas, some gray areas over there that's just not firing off the way they were before. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, good shit. Good shit right there. Spence KO Bud. Spence KO's Bud. Chin not going to be able to hold up. Well, the last time I checked, right? And let's do the math, Feliciano. Let's do the math. I don't know if you have any type of chalk laying around next to you, but grab a piece and walk outside where you see some fresh pavement at, like we used to do as kids, right, Feliciano, right? And I want you to basically do some simple mathematics with me, right? I want you to put 39, and I want you to put a subtraction mark, right? And 0, right? So if you look up box rec, that means a boxer on the left side of his boxing ledger, that depicts his wins, right? And then on the right side, it's in red, that depicts his losses. Now, per your subtraction, I want you to subtract how many losses that has been a result of this so-called chinny area that you're talking about, Crawford's chin. I want you to subtract how many fights resulted in him losing and put the result next and put an equal sign and give us the results. You know what I'm saying? Please. I already told you 39-0. So I want you to do some subtraction within 39 minus 0. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do some simple mathematics and also go beneath that loss, since you don't have no freaking losses, right? You got to go find, where you can locate where he was on the canvas, and you can kind of give him partial. You can give, partial subtraction to him being on the canvas. And it's pretty much documented on his box rec that he was down on the canvas, somewhat like Errol Spence was in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, let's do some mathematics outside now. The rain has lifted. I don't know where you at. The rain has lifted. Get some chalk and go up here and try to figure it out. And then as you see some, bystanders walking past, ask them too. There might be some boxing fanatics in there. Say, hey, I said some dumb shit. I need your help. I said the arrow's gonna knock out Crawford because he's chinny, but Crawford still holds an unblemished record, and I cannot seem to find or locate any losses. So how do I equate him being so-called chinny to the zero of him still being undefeated? How can I devalue his 39 victories and come up with a number to satisfy the bullshit? Moving on. No, he didn't. He didn't drop him. He pushed him down. It's not on his box rec. It's not on his box rec, bro. I mean, I look at it like this. I know how y'all can come over here and assume certain things. Like, you're gonna say what you want to say. It's all cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's documentation out there. There's an active running ledger out there. It's called BoxRec, man. What does it say on BoxRec? Did the referee call the knockdown? Were you sure that Rolly Romero was knocked down by Gundy? You know what I'm saying? In his last fight, was Rolly Romero knocked down by Gundy? Isn't Gundy about 163 years old? Did the referee score that a knockdown? If he did, that would be considered a knockdown. But Bud Crawford, he wasn't knocked down by Kavalauskas. And even, let's just say, even if he was knocked down, what is the end result that registered on his boxing ledger? A win, period. A win. Y'all have to stop putting your hand over your eye and speaking, because obviously the information is out there for your viewership, but you don't choose to source it. You don't care. How many years ago that happened? When the last time EJ KO anybody? It's a good question, man. That's a general, technical. It's a general but technical question. It may be complex to a lot of these niggas, Neezy. You know what I'm saying? Because they coming from up under the matchboxes and in between, refrigerators and shit like that. They coming out now. They scurrying into the damn light because it's getting closer to that day. And I'm out here goddamn sanitizing the place. Sometimes I take a motherfucking, a little cup of hot grease, and all you have to do, right? If you really want to piss, the scoundrels off, all you do is just go to the dumpster with some hot grease in a nice little glass. You dump that bitch in there and shit and walk away. Man, some of everything run out that bitch. I swear to God, some of everything run out that motherfucker. Because that hot grease, man, once it touch you, it cooks. That hot grease be cooking your ass, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Motherfuckers don't wait around and say, who the fuck? They get the hell on, man. They look for potholes with standing water. They look for broken fire hydrants. They looking for all that shit. God damn, that nigga fucked me up. Fuck WCS, nigga. I'm gonna bite your tires next time I see him. Hey, shout out to the XO Factory, man. OGWCS, what's good, big bro? I'm on deck for the hot grease. Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute that to the XO Factory, man, in the building. Thanks for your support, my brother. No doubt. It's Wednesday. You know how it is. You know how it is, man. It's Wednesday. We trying to get through the day. Don said, Kenyon Martin said Crawford switch hitting doesn't work against top-notch competition. So we're talking about, we're talking about that other guy. Okay, I gotta let him by. I gotta give him a therapeutic exemption because this nigga may be coming down from a high when he was asked that question or made that statement. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to sit up here and talk Like they can average the amount of rounds Crawford will stay at orthodox and change to unorthodox. But you can't do that because it's no consistency when he chooses to make that change. You know what I'm saying? It's no consistency with Crawford. You know, he stays in orthodox as long as he chooses to. And then when he changes over, he might give you a flicker in between fights. You know what I'm saying? He might switch back. You know, it all depends, man. It all depends on, you know, what he's seeing in front of him. To be honest with you, bro, I don't know why people make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? They talk about top-notch competition. It doesn't work against top-notch. This is what they saying, done, right? His switch hitting does not work against top-notch competition. But when Derrick James and EJ started off the presser, what did they say? You ain't fought nobody. So what the fuck is Kenyon Martin talking about? If Bud Crawford hasn't fought anybody, what is top-notch competition? Because he stopped Sean Porter and he stopped Kell Brook. Are you speaking to them? Because Derrick James say he ain't fought nobody. So all his welterweight opposition, he ain't fought nobody. So where's the top-notch competition that Kenyon Martin is speaking about? Was it at 140? Because they didn't give Julius Ndongo any goddamn credit. Who was it? Who was the motherfucker? Who was it? Who was the top-notch competition? Who gets the check in the box? You got y'all gotta stop saying that Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, bro. You know, they got to stop saying he ain't fought nobody, but make statements like this. Oh, the switch hit don't work against top-notch competition. Just like $1 million worth of game, right? They take producer notes and they want to come up here and talk about, well, you know, I think you have the better body of work, but you know, when it comes to Errol Spence, I think he's fought better competition. What you think? Listen, I try to tell people that the information, the assortment of information that's off social media when it comes to this boxing talk, these other entities, such as $1 Million Game, these other big channels, they look and listen to what we're talking about here. Period. They do. They pay attention. So when Terrence Crawford pressed him and asked him to break down and itemize and explain himself, he couldn't do it. He was a rubber ducky on the surface just floating around. So, you know, it looked the part. It was nice and yellow and shit. It looked the part. It was all cool and shit. Little ripples in the water. You know, the ripples meaning that when he tried to say, Errol Spence has fought the better opposition, he couldn't explain an ounce of what he meant. All because he spoke on producer notes, man. Just like Wallow. And I don't have nothing against these dudes. Wallow say, well, tell me this. How can he be higher than you on the pound for pound list? And you got 3 belts. He got 1. How does that work? Wallow, do your research, big dog. I saw you just went over there and got that high-end sports car. I'm happy to see your brother shine. But one thing about the YTC and one thing about these boxing streets, the way you drive your sports car is going to be entirely different than the way you come over here and drive through these YTC streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have to be distracted. So you need to purchase a Bluetooth and y'all need to learn some shit. So you won't be coming on here repeating Kenyon Martin words. Tomorrow, that shit don't work when he fight top-notch competition. So you're prognosticating or you know this to be true? You can't know it to be true because they say Crawford ain't fought no motherfucking body. So it can't be true. So you're prognosticating the top-notch competition is going to be who? Errol Spence. If that's the route you're trying to take, well, once again, you don't know shit about boxing because they're going to fight July 29th. And myself, nor you, know how that fight is going to turn out. So you can prognosticate all you want and say top-notch competition, his first one is going to be Spence. That's your opinion. But between these two fighters, they have 2 common opponents, and we'll leave it at that. Shout out to Detroit, man. What's good? What up, WCS from Detroit? Bud Crawford all day. Salute to Detroit boxing, man. Salute to you in the building, man. On deck today. You already know Wednesday. Big shout out to you. It didn't turn out very good for Mean Machine or Gamboa. You know, one thing, Toby, I found out about these cats that continue to mention the Gamboa situation and Igis Kavalauskas is they never want to give you the results. The results. You know what I'm saying? Results. They just want to give you, they just want to bookmark it, right? And they just want to talk about, oh man, Igis Kavalauskas dropped him. And you can clearly see the man pushed him. He pushed him down, right? And don't act like fighters can't hold for whatever reason. If they hurt, they can hold. You know what I'm saying? It happens in boxing. The collect your equilibrium, get your senses back. And then Gamboa, man, Gamboa, like I said, Gamboa be down in Florida, you know, chilling on the beach. Hey, my friend. And they talking about you again on YTC. Oh, Gamboa say, oh yeah. They talk about me and Crawford. Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, Gamboa love when y'all talk about, because it keeps his name relevant. But what it does while keeping his name relevant, it make y'all seem irrelevant when it comes to this boxing talk, because it's pointless for you to even mention it. Like, it's so long ago. It's so long ago, man, that y'all continue to mention it. We got a big fight coming up. But good point, though. I don't know what that has to do with me, though. Listen, bro. That's your opinion. All right. That don't have anything to do with me. That's you basically dressing it up however you feel like dressing it up and trying to convince whoever that what you're saying has some merit to it. And I understand it. But you're not convincing me or anything. It's many factors that we know. That's public record. We've seen his fights up to Sean Porter. We know Sean Porter was the last known opponent prior to Errol Spence's life-changing, period, as a boxer and as just, you know, a human being in general. But what we do know, Feliciano, that you're leaving out is that this man is on record as laughing it up, that how he was fucking off boxing and wasn't taking it serious the way he should be prior to Sean Porter, ballooning up and weight and all that. And then after Sean Porter. So you're over here talking about who he's fought since the accident. And you know damn well you can't compare that to anything. You're comparing to Danny Garcia, who moved around, and your Dennis Ugas. I know you know a little bit about boxing, but the way you continue to put these comments in here, you're gonna start letting me, you know, swing around that acronym. God damn it. I'm about to start swinging that acronym. The ABCs was the second part of a comment. So you're going to avoid the question. Crawford hasn't beaten any killers or B-level fighters. I mean, that's your opinion. But if you simply know how to read, you will find common opponents on there that were qualified and got cleared with all medicals to step in the ring and fight both opposition. At that point in time, the fight had concluded. If you look at the time that Spence stopped Kell Brook and the time and the decision rendered for when Spence fought Porter, and then you take that same format over to Terrence Crawford, him stopping Sean Porter in the 10th round and him stopping Kell Brook in the 4th. I mean, the numbers don't lie in there. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, he did it in better fashion. You can be in denial all you want, man. He say Spence never killed Porter Garcia. He never did, man. That's fact. You know what I'm saying? But see, look, karate. That's what they want. It's getting closer. Didn't I tell y'all closer to July 29th, they was gonna start coming out? That's all. I'm leaving breadcrumbs, man, for them to come on up. I left the breadcrumbs out there, man. That's why they hanging out. That's why they over there. See, they're not being logical there, karate body, because they sitting up here snacking on breadcrumbs and they say, damn, this shit tastes funny. I say, yeah, raid tastes like that. You put raid on food, you still gonna taste the raid, homie. Samad Warren on deck. What's good? Peace and blessings below. Salute WCS. Certified stamp the like button. Judgment Day coming to these Errol Spence fans are quiet. Yes, sir. Quiet. But see, one thing we know about the habitual displays of these aerosexual Samad is the fact when it comes to topics that they should be speaking on, they shy away from it. They're extremely fearful of being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? No, we've seen them be extremely quiet on some things. You know what I'm saying? They refuse to talk about that video when old boy was looking a little suspect. They said it was a TikTok video, but all them dudes, have their thumb in their mouth when it comes to speaking up and talking that shit about Spence. They all sucking on their thumb, man. You know what I'm saying? On camera. That's what they do. That's what they do, man. Don't be fooled, man. They put the thumb in their mouth because that's what they was taught. That's just like what they call that? What's that? What's that little key term they use? Oh, damn, what is that? Oh, damn. I forgot it, man. I just had it, man. Yeah, they put their thumb in their mouth. They suck on their thumb, man. Just so, they won't say anything. They won't comment and jump out of line. You know what I'm saying? They got to stay within the code. Shout out to True Media Today, USA Boxing. Coach Malachi in the building. Salute to you, Coach. Good to see you on deck, man. Salute to my brother WCS. Don't forget to hit the like button, fam. No doubt, man. And definitely check out these channels, man. Check out True Media Today. He's going to be on at 1500 military time, 3 o'clock p.m. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out the Exo Factory. Definitely check these channels out. Check out Shot News and Sauce Experience. Check these channels out, man. The Mac Mob. Derrick James ain't lying. Lying about what? I'm catching up on my chat. Lying about what? Stickum boys say can't mature when you're frightened. Talk your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. For real, man. I told you they was going to be coming out closer to the fight day, man. Since he fought Mikey and Porter, let's see if EJ will fight Bud fight. Since he don't think much of them. We know he won't, though. That's a solid point to even think of because like Derrick James, he tried to say when asked about Errol Spence style, what is his style? What is his style? See, he's overly aggressive again, right? What is his style? Tell me right now. Sir, are you okay? You need some water? Tell me your style. And Derrick got all mad. What is Errol Spence style? Man, everybody say the same thing about Errol Spence, man. Like they compliment his jab. Oh man, look at that jab. Pull a lapel, give him a bouquet. Oh my God, he got a cummerbund. I'll dress that up with a cummerbund too. Oh, nice. Give him a brim. Put the feather in the cap. Love it. Yes. 2 snaps. They always dress it up the same way. What did they start off when they talk about Bud? Which stance he's going to format? Is he going to format the orthodox or unorthodox? They really don't talk about, his movement right off the back. They don't know. There's no regularity there. Like, how do we put, A, the B, the C's of speaking about these fighters and how they're going to begin a fight? So I would definitely love to see Derrick James come out and attempt to fight Crawford's fight. And if that's indeed the case, I would like to know, what fight is that? What fight is Crawford's fight? What style? What have you seen him do early on except be, start off in the orthodox position? Like, what is it? What are you training for? Because, he don't throw jabs all the time. I mean, what are you training for exactly? That's my point. Like, hey, if Derrick has the plan there, karate, if he has the ultimate plan and we're able to witness it play out, all I'm going to do is sit there and be educated. I'm saying, wow, Derrick came up with this plan. It seems to be working. It seems to be efficacious to the performance value of Errol Spence. Wow. But I'm not going to lie to you. I know he's not capable of doing that. He's not, bro. He's not capable of doing it. I'm just gonna put it out there. He cannot come up with one of these plans that's considered to be universal. If you go in there with the fighter that fans and a lot of people say, well, we haven't seen everything Crawford has, he's knocking his opponents out. If Derrick James had the proper plan to fight Crawford and he's having success with it, and it seems to be confusing Crawford, then I'll say, man, that he's smarter than what I thought. He's smarter than what I thought. But also in my lifetime, especially when it used to be a lot more, foliage and what we call woods growing up. You know what I'm saying? Also, when I walk next to a pond and I see a turtle shell just sitting there, and I pick that motherfucker up and turn it over, there's nothing in there, I do know that motherfucker's dead. I'm not saying that he decided to leave his shell and go for a dip in the pond and he's going to come back for it later. That's not the way my mindset is. I pick the motherfucker and flip it over. I'm just like, no, this nigga's dead. He ain't coming back. Somebody already been here. They had some motherfucking turtle soup. So they can say all they want. And, if it looks a certain way, like Crawford style, it gives you many, many like question marks. How would Derrick James, how can he come up with a master plan to face Bud Crawford? How can he do it, y'all? All the Bud fights are different. Good luck. Hey, Neezy, don't give that man no luck. Don't give him nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? What did they say? What did they say in 300, Neezy? You know what I'm saying? Take from him everything, but give him nothing. Don't give him nothing. Because what they want and what they need, and I don't think they fit for that. I don't think they fit for it, Neezy. I don't think they can take that shit from Crawford. Shout out to Travis Bryant on deck, man. What's good with it? I see you. What's good with it, fam? How you feeling? No doubt, man. Shout out to Germany in the building. Old stomping grounds for myself. You know what I'm saying? Old stomping grounds, I might have some family over there, I ain't gonna lie. You see a nigga over there look like me, know that I was there back in the day. That he should be pretty old by now, but I'm just saying. I had some fun over there in Germany, man. I'm just saying. I don't know if they still over there. Shit, but I was over there, though. But shout out to Germany boxing fans over there, man. Samad said Bud on July 29th is giving his mother 3 gifts on her birthday. A financial gift, 2-time undisputed best fight in the world gift, and hey mom, we're going to Disney World commercial with her and the aerosexuals mad. Hey, man, that's a good one, man. I like that. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But do me a favor there, Samad. We got to be fair here. You know what I'm saying? Try not to wrap the gift with too many ribbons on it. You know how the aerosexuals be goddamn complaining about shit and putting in anonymous complaints and shit on this YTC. Be careful about dressing that shit up with too many bows. You know what I'm saying? Because look, they've been trying their best not to even talk about his mother. You know, that's his mother's birthday. I've been leaving that out. I just left it alone because it's already enough weight that he has to deal with. That's all I've been doing. It's enough weight that he has to deal with that he's carrying on his shoulders. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying, Samar. Hey, man, you have to finesse these aerosexuals, man. They parade around here like they're adults and they know about boxing, but they don't. And they're real mad and angry and sensitive, bro. So you can't put too many ribbons on that one gift, man, because they're gonna say, "Oh man, you're doing that shit on purpose." They're gonna start cussing you out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling the YTC, "Hey, I was threatened." Be making up bullshit. Can we file a complaint on sarcasm? Fuck WCS, nigga. Shout out to True Beaters Today USA Boxing with the $5. $5 on a Nick sack, baby. The Nick sack. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Malachi with the $5 super chat on deck. He said, keep dropping that good content. W says July 29th is the day of reckoning for these aerosexuals. Yes, sir. Hashtag catfish fry. Yes, sir. And look, that's the first time I even mentioned a fish fry doing this live. But you already know there's others that are very patiently waiting to throw those fillets in the hot grease. It's going to be a fish fry, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And appreciate that, Coach. Thanks for pulling up as always and supporting the channel, man. One of the hottest in the game doing it. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to check him out. 3:00 p.m., man, every day. Caller. State your name, where you calling from. Caller. Goddamn. Man, you on your Bluetooth? Man, I can't hear shit you saying, man. Call back. Call the fuck back, nigga. I got a motherfucking show to run, man. I can't hear shit you said. Next time, state your name, where you calling from, all right? Now bring me a Nick sack, goddamn. Nickety Nick. You feel me? Shit. Hashtag catfish fry, for real. You know what I'm saying? Coach be having me gone laughing, man. Shit, Coach. Surviving Jason. So Coach, you survived the actual character on TV? No, this crazy ass nigga that goddamn threatened the fuck out of me and shit just off boxing talk. The shit you go through on this damn YTC is crazy. Caleb held David 60 to 70 times. You can definitely hold when you hurt. Man, you ain't lying, right? But Blunts, you have to look at it, right? You have to say to yourself, Blunts, who allowed that shit to happen and why? And I looked up and I said, well, if it ain't the usual suspects, Kenny motherfucking Bayless, the man that's looking directly in the direction of shit and act like he can't see a motherfucking thing. That's why Caleb was able to hold 60, 70 times. Because Kenny Bayless, the corporate, he just overlooked the shit, bro. He overlooked it. You know, say the same damn boy that they tried to give Tank credit for fight almost 10 years later and struggling until the 12th round to knock him out. Man, it's thunder and lightning over here, people. So if you have if you hear the thunder in the background, don't look at it as bad weather. Just look at it as about what to come on July 29th. I already done set the stage. Back to I agree with you, NO. I agree. He did take Tank at 135 to the 12th round. Tank did have a tough time with Gamboa. Even during the mid rounds, Gamboa with a hurt foot was still giving them problems. But they don't want to mention that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to mention that. Because with Crawford, man, it's almost like this enigma that's dealing with him, man. They want to talk about what his opponent did that may have affected Crawford in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to what the camera lens seen, but also in the same lens, right? In the same lens, they won't give Crawford credit for what he was able to do to end it all. They act like the results don't matter. They just talk about the moment, that just one little bookmark that they can take out. That's all I want to talk about right now. Gamboa hurt him. But what happened every other time? How many knockdowns did Crawford actually execute during that fight? Like Bomac said, the people who know boxing know why Bud Crawford will be victorious on July 29th. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm being patient. You know what I'm saying? We got the hashtag catfish fry on deck. I love catfish, even though they some dirty son of a bitches. They taste good when you put them in the hot grease, just with the right batter on it. They get all that damn bacteria, all that shit they was eating. Hey, all that shit they was eating, scrambling around on the bottom. God damn, boy, you get some good coleslaw with that shit. And I'm not a pork and bean eater, but somehow every now and then I like the slaw beans and that catfish, man. Yes. Coach, I don't know why you had to come in here talking about the catfish, dog. I haven't even mentioned the whole time. Now I got a taste for some catfish, though. You know what I'm saying? For real. Peace will be restored to the YTBC in roughly 3 weeks. And shout out to Coach Malachi for the $5 super chat, my brother. Much appreciate you. Spence fans walk around with their pacifiers in their pocket. For sure, man. But they're cool with it. They're cool with it, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them dudes just, how you have that. You might have a little strap and you can just let that shit hang down in front of your shirt like it's a necklace or something. They probably have it to the point where when they drop it, it just hangs down on their neck, the center of their chest, because it looks cool. Has all these designs on it. They're blunts. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. The Strays still talking about resume. They love that stale food. They do, don't they? You know what I'm saying? They love that stale motherfucking food talking about, oh, well, this is what happened. His resume and shit. But why are you going to the fight? Why are you even talking about the fight? If Crawford was unqualified this whole entire time, why in the hell y'all made money off his name? Why did y'all make money off this man's name if he ain't qualified for you to speak on him? Y'all busy up here talking about this man haven't did anything, but y'all every other day you got a thumbnail for a fighter who haven't did anything, bro. He ain't did shit. Why do you continue to eat the motherfucking chow? He got y'all niggas eating well, for real. What y'all been able to do to Bud Crawford's name in the algorithm of the YTC is crazy, man. Y'all love that man at the end of the day, just like Bud said. Y'all talk, y'all talk about me, but y'all really love me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really love me, period. Sticking Boy say that's all they got at Don Vaughn. That's all they got. But 2.5 weeks out before fight week, it's on deck, man. Shout out to Jamal Neezy in the building with the $10 super chat, man. Much appreciated. One love to you, brother, for supporting the channel. Bud is light in the ass. No reach advantage. Too small. fought C-level fighters, switch hitting, not going to work, can't hurt EJ, won't avoid the jab, and body punches. Are L-sexuals confident now? Man, that's a lot of goddamn content that you just put in there, man. Unfortunately, wherever you got that content from, whatever channel, we wasn't able to provide them with the proper cup and testing utensils to see what exactly is influencing their blood and alcohol level. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know percentages on what are you high off of. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because if they still talking about Bud is light in the ass, then I'm curious to know why was he just having so much fun in there with the big ass Aussie, Jeff Horn? Wasn't Jeff Horn this big motherfucker that's supposed to be Crawford just moving up now? Come on, Neezy. Crawford's supposed to be moving up for 140, and they say, oh, that big ass Aussie that just finished beating Manny Pacquiao not too long ago, you know, he's gonna be too much for Bud. He's coming up here thinking he can just fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't give that man credit for going in there and about to fight Jeff Horn for the WBO. You know what I'm saying? And they need to do their research on the reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's really about distance. It's really about distance. If you just standing, if you plant it and you just popping the jab, we all know that's casual shit. Fighters just don't stand there and plant their foot and just pop a jab and keep missing and don't make any adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Too small. You understand? And they always been saying Bud's been too small. Always. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was the Victor Postal fight, right? Then he picked that dude up with ease. Then he show him like, nigga, if I really want to get up under you and goddamn toss you on your head, I could. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. I want to talk about this. Want to avoid the jab. The beautiful part about Crawford's game is when he does set and he properly calculate the distance of his opposition. That when they pop that jab out there, Crawford will be right outside range. You can see this same display with Shakur Stevenson. People criticize Shakur for bending back at the waist and avoiding that jab and then immediately coming back with a counter shot. You have to remediate that shit to be able to perfect it. And they criticize Shakur Stevenson for doing the exact same thing that Crawford does. Crawford be right outside the punch. It'll barely miss him, and he'll be right there for the counter. So the impact of both shots, of course, is going to be different. Definitely going to be different. But shout out to Jamal Neezy with the $10 on deck, man. I appreciate you. Y'all be careful out here trying to deal with them aerosexuals there, Neezy. Because the closer we get to the fight, I'm talking about the more belligerent they're going to get, bro. Be careful. That's forewarning. I'm being nice. Be careful, man. These aerosexuals starting to show up. The strays are wandering off in the chat. Hey, man, chill. And whatever you do, do not attempt to hand feed the aerosexuals, okay? I already left some freaking breadcrumbs out there, man. Don't hand feed them. Let them just sniff around and shit. They'll find their way. Up, down, left, right, BA, select, start, and the country code on their side. Hey, man, they're going to need a little bit more than that, bro. I ain't seen nobody yet figure Crawford's style out, whatever that style may be. I haven't seen it yet, bro. I haven't seen it. But truth be told, we have that one date that's on the horizon. Truth be told, bro, we got one date on the horizon that for them, they get a chance to see if their fighter can figure out and unlock it. Can EJ unlock? Can he unlock the code, man? Can he break the code? That's the biggest question. Can EJ break the code, period? Can he do it? Breaking the code ain't just landing a couple of shots here and there. You're gonna land some shots. It's boxing. It's boxing. But can EJ break the code when Crawford hits the kill switch and commence to, if he gets to that point where he just throws out and he's going mano and mano after he done felt Spence power or the lack thereof, and he goes mano and mano with him? Can Spence break the code? Can he shut him down? Aerosexuals worry about exactly, Tony. That's the hypocrisy. Where's Tony? You might have been talking about Toby. I thought Tony Boswell was on deck. I was gonna say shout out to Tony and the fam, man. Knockdown 305 in the building. What's good with it, bro? WCS in the chat. Yo, what's good? You already know it's Wednesday. It's wet as hell down here in the A. I mean, the sky's dropping. And, you know, it was sunny earlier. But when I start talking about July 29th, man, even sometimes the sky gets a little angry. You know why? Because you got so many aerosexuals up here on their knees bitching and complaining and praying that for Bud's downfall. They get mad and angry, dog. And look, they up there saying, man, it's too much, bro. It's too much, man. We take regular confessions and prayers and, you know, people asking for forgiveness and stuff like that. But I got too many aerosexuals up here wishing bad upon this one guy. I don't know what he did to them, but oh my God, that's all we get all day long. When I say all day into the AM, when they're supposed to be sleeping with their families, we're looking down on them and they're on the computer. God damn. I'm about to call up Lucifer. I say, Lucifer, get a hold of your people. Hey, he didn't have no problem but to apologize when they got that knock knock. He had to call back in there to save face. Well, coach, hey, tell me this, coach. Hey, don't be up here, you know, complaining. If you're gonna dish it out, be able to take it. Hold on. I'm not saying nothing. I'm gonna get off now. Down. Man, I don't want to be in cuffs no more. I don't want to be in cuffs no. Okay, I'm not making no threats this time. They was on this ass, boy. We're listening to your phone call. We tap your phones, and right now you're doing it again. You're doing it all over. We made it perfectly clear to you. You're doing it again. I'm about to get off the phone right now. I apologize. Leave him alone. Coach ain't doing that to you. Leave him alone. Okay, I'm getting off right now. They had that nigga on lock, god damn it. I watched the Prescott fight for the first time last night. Bud took that fight on 2 weeks' notice, and Prescott was bigger. I believe they said Prescott was 157 on fight night. 157 is crazy. That's heavy. Very heavy. That's very heavy. Even Victor Posa was bigger than Crawford, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why he didn't respect Crawford early on. You know, like he just felt his size. He wasn't worried about Crawford's power. He wasn't worried about anything. But Crawford has very deceptive power, man. And when he started once again getting his distance down and get into his rhythm, he started to drop big ass Posa, man. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. They said Bud only faced C-level fighters, but it's C-level fighters he trained for. They say Bud only faced C-level fighters, but it's C-level fighters he trained for. Just right for catching a big fish. Hey, man, good one. What they call that, silver tongue? You know what I'm saying? Silver tongue. I see you. You know what I'm saying? The wordplay. You already know. I hear you. Yeah, you're right. Bomac and them, man, they over there, they in the lab cooking, man. They in the lab cooking. Like Bernie said, they in the lab. Don't worry about us. We got it. Man, we're gonna beat the stew out him, man. We're gonna beat the stew out that that guy. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? If you worry about us, you're worrying about the wrong thing, man. We're gonna beat the stuffing out that guy. You know what I'm saying? Birdie be talking his shit, dog. All Access is this weekend. First episode before the Ennis fight. Prepare the aerosexual being to be acting out. Hey, good drop, man. Good FYI. You know what I'm saying? All Access is it's always good to see All Access in the building. You feel me? We get to see, Spence. I think they're gonna have him have some training segments. I'm not sure, but hopefully it's not too much. It's not too many minutes that he may be training with his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? So the aerosexual is just gonna be drooling on themselves and everything. Goddamn, going to the refrigerator, getting some ice. I gotta calm down. Oh my, this is too much. Look at that. He's in shape. He's much bigger than Crawford. And all this, man, they're gonna be losing their motherfucking mind, dog. They're gonna be losing their motherfucking mind, y'all. Real talk. They're gonna be losing their mind. Seriously. They're gonna be losing their mind when All Access come on, y'all. Just keep distance. That's the only thing I'll suggest to y'all. Keep your distance and watch from afar, man. Because these motherfuckers are impulsive, man. They do impulsive type shit. They already full of anxiety because they don't know what's gonna happen July 29th. What I mean by that, they don't know if he's gonna get knocked out in the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. They don't know. But what they do understand, it's coming. It's coming, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? They can get mad at me all they want. But listen, they know the accident happened just like I do. They know he haven't looked the same. But the biggest question of it all, will this fight play out in a way that PBC doesn't have any influence? Like, hold up for a second. Hold up. While I'm here, I forgot all about this. Hold up for a second. Before I even say anything, let me check something right quick. Y'all probably know what I'm checking, huh? Let me see. So what I was trying to figure out, hold on. So if you guessing, maybe you all can put it in the chat, please. But who is the referee for this fight? Who is the referee for this fight? That's what I was looking up. Who's the referee for this fight? Can someone please drop that info into the chat? Who is the referee? I'm just curious to know who's the referee, because ultimately I believe that will be the determining factor. The referee. I cannot say the judges because Crawford really doesn't allow his fights to go to the judges. So I'm pretty much, my prediction is, of course, he's stopping Spence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about the judges, but ultimately the most important factor, the mitigator in all of this is the referee. For real. during the fight. He can let them fight, or he can, he can make it ugly. The Aerosexual will be doing fight parties, watching Boots, and they may talk about All Access more than they talk about Virgin Boots that night. Man, you ain't lying, boy. They're gonna be talking about All Access, boy. They're gonna have their Boots Ennis and Boots Ennis and freaking Roman Villa and Stanthionis Ortiz and be steadily talking about All Access. Oh man, did you see it? My God, man. I have to say, man, that WCS didn't know what he's talking about. Spence is ripped. He's shredded, man. Never seen him in better condition. Man, he has an 8-pack for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you look through all the tattoos and the ink, man, you can see it. It's right there. It's right there, buddy. I'm not lying either. That's right there. So he was just hating once again. You think about it. I'm looking at the comments that people been leaving on that particular, the DMs and on the damn video, and they really get upset because of insinuation. It's their insinuation that they putting off on me. But we'll see in All Access. Let's see how they look in All Access. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how Spence looking All Access. If he's dropped the weight enough. You know what I'm saying? Where he's at right now, 2.5 weeks out per se. Let's see how he looks. Real talk. Let's see. That's the only thing that we can do. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully we get that info fight. Yeah, man. It's been about an hour 45. Yeah, we got to come back on a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got to take care of some business. Appreciate everyone stopping by. 24 days, the 2-time Undisputed Hot Grease Chronicles EP 149. A big salute to the supporters and everyone who pulled up on the boulevard today. Big shout out to the supporters who donated. I truly appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Neezy with the $10 super chat. True Me Today USA boxing coach Malachi with the $5 super chat on deck, man. I'm going up. Jamal Neezy again with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. And one thing that needs to be done, they definitely need to be acknowledged on the way out the door. I can still do that because I didn't have, they always talk about how many people I have in there. So since I only have so many people in the chat, I can do this shit. Shout out to Jamal Neezy again with a $2 super chat. Let DJ train EJ for a bud that face Gamboa. Totally agree with that. That's too much knowledge, man. That's too much knowledge, bro. For real. But yeah, y'all already know. Big shout out to everyone who was in the chat, man, supporting the channel, and those who donated. Until next time, man, I'm out.